almost
lot
no
of time
time.
to get that fish on. Come up that hole, girl. Come on. That's for sure.
Now it's a crappie thing.
Oh, bobber down already. Hopefully it's not too dark for the camera, fish or people, but back at Clear Lake, my friend Jen, of course.
Morning.
Fish in the morning, and then we got a special guest in the afternoon. Either this shack or his, I'm not exactly sure yet, but it's going to be a long day. We're going to fish sun up to sundown, baby. My back's going to be killing me, but hopefully we're going to make it worthwhile. That bobber just got tanked, but the fish did not stay on, so we'll see what we can do. Hopefully get back at you with the fish. Hopefully you can see my face and it's not too dark.
I prefer it when it's dark and you can't see my face.
Yeah. Sometimes. Sorry you missed the hook set, but he never took the bobber down, so what do you want me to do? We got a fish in. It is a tiny perch. They're smaller, but that's nice. We'll go for bigger. Camera
Camera
start late. Late camera start. We got a Walleye though.
When they're down there, they don't hesitate much these days. They only look at it for a few seconds. That was not so bad. Let's get a measurement, shall we? 14. And the buckety nose.
Fish are coming up fast. Hard to get them on screen. Oh yeah.
He took my minnow head. Hopefully that keeps him full up so he doesn't hit again.
Still only one person capable of catching fish today, outside of my dead stick slip bobber, but
maybe if I catch all the little ones, then you'll get the big one.
Maybe.
Maybe. Not that I'm going to let you without me trying to get a big one too, but
well, I hope you try.
I do try.
Well, I guess we're not moving anymore.
No, I guess we'll stay for a minute. That's a nicer walleye.
Goodness.
Not as fat, probably a male, I'm thinking.
That's a skinny male, yeah.
Yeah.
That might go 16 though.
It might.
That's long.
It's hard to tell because it's so skinny.
Right. It's definitely long relative to its
There we go.
size.
830, 835?
834.
Hold still, Jay. 15. It's a nice fish.
That's a nice fish. I like it. Catch more.
Yeah. I gotta quit cussing on camera. Won't be able to use that one. Yeah, it's on still. You're off the ice, so you're good.
Now he's in the bobber.
Yes, nice. Oh, that's a nice one.
Got him.
That's a nice one. Finally.
Now the Wallies are starting to fire off.
Finally.
God, he just destroyed that.
I know, I'm telling you, they do not hesitate. I know you can't see it, but when I'm looking at the Vexillar, they're there for literally 1 second, and then they just hammer it.
Just about ripped it out of my hand when we were talking about that Markham camera and whether or not we should move it.
Best time, we're always screwing around when like the best fish hit.
My goodness.
He did just inhale it. Wow. I barely got the camera going.
Yeah. Well, it's hard too when your fish, the Vexillar is showing what, 8 feet?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Right.
So you don't
There's
have a
almost no
lot of
time.
time to get that fish on the screen, but you want that one?
Yeah, heck yeah, let's keep that.
Not bad. Y'all haven't missed much lately. It's been a string of tiny perch. but we're using mostly flutter spoons at this point, minnows, and Jen showed me the appropriate way to hook a minnow so that it stays vertically instead of upside down, horizontally instead of vertically. And that's right before I caught my first walleye, so there may be something to that. I don't know.
There isn't. I'm just making it up as I go.
And from that last video, we're fishing back a little more in the weeds too, hoping that maybe we get some bigger walleyes in the weeds as opposed to being closer to them rocks, which we have had a better average size so far for the three we've had. So kind of rocking that first break line right before the basin, I would say. Is that a fair statement?
That, yes. Sounds very good. Very smart.
Yeah. But with weeds.
Right.
With weeds. Plenty of weeds on the camera. Not as many perch though, surprisingly. But still a few, obviously. You can't get totally rid of them. So.
Not on this lake. Not in this lifetime.
So that's what's going on with us. And I don't know. 3 nice walleyes so far. That's not bad. But they've been sporadic. There's not been any like big rush bite. No schools coming through. Just kind of here and there. We saw a crappie on the camera, which I didn't get on my phone camera, unfortunately. But haven't caught crappie, so.
Hearing it, which is surprising that we didn't catch the one you saw too. I'm actually shocked.
Yeah, he kind of took off pretty good off the side of the camera once he got on screen, so I thought he was looking at something to make a run at it.
I know, and we both had, didn't we both have buckshot jigs on at the same time?
Yeah.
And that's honestly every morning, buckshot jig, first fish I catch. Like 9-10 inch crappie on a big old minnow head and buckshot jig. So I was surprised.
There you go, you want crappies, buckshots.
Apparently. Out in the basin anyways. 100 yards away they're using little tungsten jigs and plastics, or we're actually just catching them in the up shallow in the reeds. There you gotta be really quiet. Kind of have a blackout shack so they can't see shadows up above. You just sight fish like 6 inches below the hole and you're only fishing in 1.5 to 2 foot of water.
Oh wow.
But obviously a buckshot jig and a big old minnow head probably wouldn't work in that area. Something, did you see that? Something came flying up. I don't know if it's coming up this way.
Lots of good insights here. You
just
keep paying
hanging
attention.
on it, yeah.
That was a little perch bite.
Yes, it was. Still gotta set the hook to the ceiling though, because you just don't know.
You never know. Just in case, people. Hook sets are free.
I wasn't even looking at anything. I was just like staring off into space.
That was totally out of nowhere.
First fish in a while.
Uh-huh.
Hey, pull that little magnet off there, would you?
Where is it?
That little round thing.
Oh, there it is.
Throw it in my tackle box.
You at least got to show the camera.
Oh, you have it on.
It is on.
There you go, that little booger.
Hey, it's Sarah. I'm just calling you from Tax Help Center. I'm just following up with a message I left you last week. It's regarding your back income tax debt.
Oh.
I've got some great news for you with some new changes that have taken effect. I just wanted to discuss your repayment or eliminations options. It's imperative that I do speak with you just as soon as possible, though. So my phone number is 866-563-0050. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Have a great day.
Okay. Jen's left for the day. I got back with intentions of just eating some lunch. Thought I'd drop down to Slip Bobber. And I caught 3 perch on that slip bobber in 30 seconds and couldn't keep the thing in the water. Then I saw a walleye cruise by on the Markham. So now I'm a few bites into lunch with fish cruising by, and I'm distracted. Just like a Sakakawea, they want to interrupt my lunch. I don't know what the deal is with that. Sean's going to be on his way here for the evening bite pretty soon. Our special guest, Sean. And, yeah. I had a decent mark on the Vexillar there that was coming in kind of hot, and I thought maybe I'd get that fish quick while I was talking to you, but it didn't happen. So, by myself, perch swimming across the Markham. I'll see if I can get something exciting for you guys and also try to finish my lunch in the process. Holy cow. It's like right at noon. Right at noon. The little perch are just going nuts right now. It's a feeding frenzy. More perch. It's a little fatter perch. That's definitely a female with some eggs in that belly. For sure. Somebody were keeping perch, you could probably keep that guy. I spared you the last couple of little ones, but yeah, that's a decent specimen. Still like to see some walleyes, but might have to wait for the night. Bite, baby. So it's 2:45, 3 o'clock, and just been messing with those little perch for a while, and then even the little perch have been kind of off. So definitely waiting for the evening bite now. It's been overcast, so the evening bite could happen sooner. If it has anything to do with light levels, or if it just has to do with the biological clock thing, who the heck knows. But imminently, Sean McVeigh from Sean's Outdoor Adventures is going to be here joining me for the night bite. Hopefully we can get the walleyes going this evening. That's what I would like to see. That's what I always like to see. Who am I kidding? But I'd take some crappies too. If we get some crappies going, that'd be great. Even a few yellow bass. Fingers crossed. Perch hit the buckshot too. Buckshot, flutter spoon, perch, 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 perch. So many perch. Not big perch. Welcome Sean McVeigh, everybody.
What's up, everybody?
Sean has an outdoor channel. He does a lot of hunting stuff, a little bit of open water stuff. And he's trying to get into ice fishing. Asked me if I wanted to do a collaboration, and I was all about it. And now he's here.
Here I am.
Yeah. And we're hoping we get on some walleyes this evening. We'll see what happens. In the meantime, I'm sure we'll catch plenty more of these. And yeah, we'll see what happens.
There's my first.
Sean's on the board with the perch.
Woohoo! Tried it on the waxy. You can keep that waxy.
Yeah, there you go. Feeding the fish too. What a guy.
You gotta care for the brothers.
Conservation. See, I think I mentioned before, Sean does mostly hunting videos. He started to do a little more fishing stuff, and ice fishing is kind of a new deal. But if anybody feels like checking out his channel, I'll let him talk a little bit about what his channel is about.
Yeah, so I started it because I was bored. I went in the backyard and recorded like a archery video tutorial, and it did really well. And I didn't expect that to happen. I didn't set out to have a successful YouTube channel. I just was bored. And then as the years went by, I started to realize people were watching, so I started to make more content, more archery videos. I mean, my original intention and desire was to make hunting videos. I was going to make hunting videos, and I just did an archery video in the summer because I was bored. And then a lot of people started to watch my YouTube videos just for the archery, and there was a lot of anti-hunters that were, archers. And I went through a little bit of a challenge for a few years with dealing with that, but I was, as time went on, more hunters started to subscribe, and so it's been mainly archery and hunting. But the reason I gave the name Sean's Outdoor Adventures is because my original intention was to do everything. I enjoy fishing. I just never get a chance to get out and do it, And now that I live in Iowa and ice fishing is a thing, I was like, you know what, I'm going to get into it. So it's been mainly archery and hunting and product reviews. That's another thing that has made me pretty well known. I do some extensive like bow reviews, and but I'd
they're
like
very extensive.
Yeah,
I watched a couple of those.
Yeah, well,
they're very thorough.
Yeah, I mean, most of the people who are watching them are people who are like, I want to buy a bow, and I want to figure out what's the right bow for me to buy. So I get into the nitty-gritty details for those people. Like for somebody who's just like passing by, like oh my goodness, somebody shoot me in the head. This is so boring. But you know, they're not entertaining. They're more. Those are geared toward people who are trying to make a buying decision. And when it comes to a compound bow, you're looking at $500 to $1,500. And you know, if you're buying a $1,500 bow, you really want to make the right choice. You know, so that's the intention with some of those. I do have other companies like reach out to me saying, "Hey, will you review our products?" So I do that sometimes, but I don't like to do a whole lot of it because then it just, you know, gets a little cheesy after a while. But that's kind of what my channel's been like. And you know, one thing I would say, those of you who are watching, the biggest thing I think I've learned over the years is I didn't set out to be a part of a community. You know, I set out to be in my backyard filming a few videos, but what I've come to realize is that you really are being part of a community. Like your fishing thing, you're interacting with people who are into fishing, you know, and it's not like I had to learn it's not just about me making a video for someone else to watch and then that's it. It's like this is, you know, I am part of a community now, and so you interact with the people the best you can, and it's been something that's I've changed as a person just because of making YouTube videos. As silly as that might sound, it's true, you know.
I totally believe it, man.
Yeah, so anyway, that's the long version of what my channel is and how I got to be where I'm at.
And of course, we'll leave a link below.
Yes.
Check them out. Sean's Outdoor Adventures, and hopefully we catch some more fish this evening.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for those walleyes at dark. If I can land this fish now after all this craziness. I think it's a good walleye, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's a walleye. Come on, stay pinned, baby, stay pinned. Come up that hole, girl. Come on. There we go.
There it is. Nice.
Oh, that's a decent Walter there.
Yeah. Congrats.
I think Sean's gonna have some lunch or dinner from this fish now.
I will eat that fish.
And that's, what time is it? Is it even 4?
4:23.
4:23. If we can get on another good walleye bite this evening, I will be one of the happiest campers in Clear Lake. That's for sure. That's just 15.
Yeah.
All day, baby. All day.
Anybody who's watching, make sure you get the links in the description to see what we're using today, because he's going to put links for every single product. That's right, every single one. It's going to take him a half hour at least to look them all up, put them in there for you. So make sure you click on those links and check out the type of gear we're using. Thank you.
And I will get a small commission for that as an affiliate, but it doesn't change the price that you pay. It just does a little bit to help support the channel.
Supports the channel. That's the point.
And that's the whole point. All right, back to the walleyes. Well, it's about 5:30 something, and fish have definitely gotten more active. We saw a couple scream through the camera, and I actually lost one at the bottom of the hole that I suspect was another decent walleye. So it's happening a little bit. We got to get one landed. It's been a good hour after that first walleye, and I really thought we'd have something going between them, but got to get something commit again. We'll see what happens.
Here, fishy, fishy, fishy.
Exactly. That's how you call them in, literally.
That's the fish call.
Well, it's 6:03, and things have been quiet for about 10 minutes. We had a series of fish come up on the Vexilar and look at baits, not commit, which is a little unfortunate, and I don't know if the bite happens to be over now and we're done. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Thanks to Sean for coming over and checking out Clear Lake, Iowa. And
I won't be back.
And yeah, think about liking the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you again.
And the important thing is, share this video with people who fish, because then they will enjoy it as well. Actually, that works better for your channel when people share than subscribing.
There you go.
Because, folks, what YouTube recognizes is when a video is bringing viewers to the channel, they like that. So if you share this video with a whole bunch of fishing friends, that would be awesome.
I agree with him. Later, fisher people.
Bye-bye.
I think I just had a fish come up below the wheel of that.